Hello there. Welcome. What's up, guys? Sergio here, back with another video. Today is going to be a slightly different review from what I usually do, but I thought nonetheless it would be a cool review to do. So basically, sorry, there's a lot of sun here, so I'll try to stay out of the sun as much as I can. But basically, I'm going to be reviewing this Cranbrook playset by Kidcraft. So this is a all wooden playset that fits supposedly 10 to 11 kids. I don't know how accurate that really is, but yeah, it's supposed to hold 10 to 11 kids. Let me get reasituated here. All right, and take two. But anyway, like I was saying, it's supposed to hold like 10 to 11 kids. It says like 110 weight limit, I guess, per kid. And I'll show you guys some pictures of it. But as you can see, I don't think you can fit 10 or 11 kids on here at the same time. But anyway, that's just what it says here. So anyway, I want to talk about a few things of what I experienced putting this together, and just also my overall thoughts of the playset so far, and just hopefully that'll help you guys. So if you do decide to partake in this experience, you'll know what to expect. So first things first is I did actually take on this thing by myself, completely by myself. I only had help like carrying the structure like in place, and then like with the swing assembly, just had help with somebody like holding it in place to screw everything down. But I actually did take on the whole thing by myself, which I do not recommend doing. It says in the booklet that you need like 2 to 3 people, but the good thing to know is if you are short-handed, you can get it done by yourself. It is possible. If you're somebody who is good at following directions, then I really think you will be successful. I don't recommend doing that. The book recommends that you need 2 to 3 people. Definitely 2. I would say at least 2. It's going to save you a lot of time. You're going to go a lot faster. But I still would plan on putting in probably a couple weekends of putting this together. Now, me personally, I did not have that kind of time. I work in the evenings, and I'm watching my kids during the day, so I really didn't have time to work on it a lot during the day. So it was really just kind of on the weekends for me, and even that was limited. But I did get it done. So I couldn't tell you how many hours it actually took me. I think the booklet says, let's check here if I can see if I can find it. The booklet says, I don't remember exactly where, but I think it said like somewhere between like 12 and 20 hours or something like that to put together. Definitely took me longer than that, like at least triple that. But anyway, the directions are not bad, okay? I mean, directions, you know, when you think about IKEA, furniture, stuff like that, they always get a bad rap. I would say the directions were okay for the most part. Everything comes labeled, like all the nuts and bolts and screws and pieces of wood is labeled. It comes in like 3 big boxes. You have 3 big boxes of woods that comes on like, you know, a big semi truck comes and drops off, you know, a big platform with 3 boxes of wood and a couple other boxes that have like some of the smaller stuff in the slide. So you have 3 big boxes. It's very overwhelming. There's tons of wood. What I recommend doing is organizing all the wood. I tried to get away with not doing that, so I just kind of picked wood as I needed. But as I went along, it was much easier just to go through and sort the wood. So I had all my pieces that were the same, and then you have some pieces that were like individual, like there's only 1 of each kind. It's time consuming, but it's definitely worth it to sort your wood. So that's the first thing I recommend. The second thing I recommend is take your time reading the directions. This is, I think, what adds the most time to assembling the playset, is just the amount of time it takes to read the directions, understand the directions, and then start to build the thing. I took a lot of time examining and re-examining what the directions said, and even then I had made some mistakes where I had to go back. Nothing too major, but still I had to unscrew some pieces and flip things the other way, because the directions are they're clear, but there's a lot of drawings, so you have to really pay attention to the drawings, and they try to be as accurate as possible to like what the wood looks like, but you still got to really pay attention to the drawings. I still wish there would have been some a little bit more description. there are certain aspects that they kind of just assumed you would know what pieces to use, like as far as like the screws go. That could have been a little bit more fleshed out. Still not impossible to understand, but you really, like I said, if you're in a rush or just trying to get from one step to the next, you're going to miss some of these minor details in the directions and in the drawing. So just pay attention to everything. Other than that, it was okay to put together. It takes a long time. If you're working by yourself. With two people, it goes a lot faster. But once again, I can't stress enough, like really understanding what the next step is before you start it. So like kind of picturing it in your mind and not just kind of reading directions and just going for it, but really kind of understanding what part of the place that you're building and how what that's going to require for the next step. So a little bit about the playset. You got a swing, a slide, you have monkey bars on the other side, and you have a rock wall, which is like the ladder part that the kids will climb up. You have a little door, a little playhouse thing that they can play under, and it has like a little cafe area right underneath the slide. It is pretty sturdy. I was a little nervous when I first was putting it together. I'm like, this thing does not feel sturdy at all, but it can hold a lot of weight. Some parts of the some steps require you to actually be inside this structure here, and I'm about 180 pounds, and it held my weight just fine. Still a little nerve-wracking, but it held my weight just fine. So for kids who are going to weigh like 50, 60, even 100-pound kids, like this thing is going to be pretty sturdy. Everything is all wood. There's no metal besides like the different brackets and stuff, but it's a completely wooden playset. But I think it's pretty sturdy. This has only been set up for probably about a couple weeks now. My kids haven't played on it too much, but I'm pretty happy with the build and how solid the structure is. Here's your booklet. It's 70 something pages. Very daunting. I never thought I'd get it done, but just do one step at a time. They do a good job of focusing on building one thing and then moving on to the next thing, and then you slowly assemble everything. So it's kind of nice how they break things down and you do things in sections. But I'll show you guys around, get a little close-up of what it looks like here. Like I said, we got the ladder, and it's the rock wall thing. I don't think the kids have to use the little grips here. You can just use the wood, and then you have a little door here and a little play area inside there, which is nice. They have a little clock that they've put that kids can play with. There's a little knob on the other side that you can turn the clock, and then here's a little handle that helps you climb up the ladder. This is the monkey bar area here. So my kids are still pretty small, so they won't be using the monkey bars right now, but as they get bigger, they'll be able to do that little monkey bar part. Pretty open, so you have like some planks here that protect from the swing area part. But then you have the slide. This part is open and that part is open, and then the back is also open a little bit. Then you have the swing. So with the swing, it comes with this glider, like two-person glider. It comes with two of these swings here. This little bucket we actually bought for my daughter because she's smaller, so it has like the 5-point harness that she'll be able to strap into that. So we actually did purchase this separate. So but it only comes with these two of these, and then just this one glider. But it's really easy. You can find it Amazon, Walmart, whatever, and you can attach in if you want to use a different attachment. There's also stakes. So there's several stakes, or 2 stakes here that stake in the swing set, and then you have 1 stake here for the monkey bars, and you have 2 stakes for the structure. So one in this corner here, or I'm sorry, no, one in this corner right here, and then one in that corner over there. I will say that as far as the quality, I would say 4 out of 5. Like, now obviously it hasn't been played on for too long, but as far as sturdiness goes, I say 4 out of 5. As far as like building it, putting it together, I would say 3 out of 5 in difficulty. I feel like they could have been a little bit more helpful in the instructions, that be a little bit more fleshed out, but it is doable. It is doable if you're just now starting this playset, or maybe in the middle of it and you're struggling. It's definitely doable. It just takes time, takes patience. I by no means would say that I am a like handyman. Like you won't find me building sheds or barns from scratch, but I can follow directions, and I can use power tools. So that really made the difference. Screwdrivers are not going to cut it. So you definitely need drills. You know, you need ratchet sets. You know, you need all that kind of stuff, because that's definitely going to help things go smoothly. One other thing I will say is, as far as replacement parts, they do a pretty good job as far as replacing parts you need. I had one part of the swing beam replaced, and that I needed for the swing assembly, and I ordered it like on Monday, and I think it came on Thursday or something like that. So, and it's all free too. I think you have like 90 days. You have 90 days where you can order, you know, pieces of wood or replacement pieces with no cost, you know, free of charge. So I think the price of this was like around $1,200, which isn't bad for this playset and just all the things that you're getting in it. I think it's a pretty good price if you're not somebody who's comfortable with following directions and you know, assembling things from scratch. This might be a challenge for you. You might just want to hire somebody and have them do it. But if you're up for the challenge and you're patient, I think you can get it done. So that's going to be it for this video. I know, different from all you other guys who follow me on a regular. It's not a food review. It's not a fitness thing. But this is just a little day in the life of what I'm doing currently. So hopefully you guys did like the video. If you guys did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Whew. All right, let me get out of the sun.